Hello, welcome back to Planet Zoo. This is Martini4, and we are back in Umpqua Valley Zoo. This is the second time I'm recording this audio because my microphone was not set up last time. I'm an idiot. So, in this episode, we are building a habitat for the Dall sheep. I wanted to kind of keep in with this taiga biome. I'm not sure how I want to set the zoo up exactly. If I want to just separate everything by biomes, or if I want to do them by DLCs. I kind of thought of doing it both ways, but for now, since this is set in the Pacific Northwest, I just kind of wanted to keep with the animals in this particular biome, just to start it out with. And I've never built for these guys before, so I thought I would give it a shot. So using these faux rocks as the background for this, I thought that would be the best option, just to kind of I didn't want to take away from the grizzly bear habitat that is right behind us. So yeah, this habitat is set right behind the grizzly bears, so the guests will have to walk around them to get here. But I wanted to extend onto this building, just to kind of keep everything together as far as facilities and stuff like that go. I had a lot of fun building this one. Did a lot of research online, looking at pictures of different Dall sheep habitats and stuff. So kind of used some of those as inspiration. Didn't really like copy anything like I did for the grizzly bears, so I don't have any reference pictures or anything like that, but I got some ideas from pictures and stuff I saw online. There weren't really a whole lot because I guess they're not very popular animals. I don't know, but yeah, the ones I saw were pretty cool, so I kind of took inspiration from them as far as like a bunch of rock structures for them to climb on and stuff like that. So using just the faux rocks within the habitat, like I said in the last grizzly bear build, gonna stick with that theme throughout the whole zoo if I don't forget, and then just use the natural rocks just for the landscape and decorations for the guests, because that stuff would probably stick around a lot longer than the habitats, because habitats can change, animals come and go, and zoos would need to be able to change everything up fairly easily. So I thought the faux rocks would probably be the easiest thing for them to move around. I don't know. I think some of them are like concrete, all maybe like molded in place. The last time we were at the Oregon Zoo, they were working on some concrete faux rock stuff. So yeah, they just had a bunch of like wire mesh set up. I don't even know the word I'm looking for. But yeah, they had like wire mesh like walls and like structures and stuff, and then they were just covering them with concrete and whatnot, just kind of sculpting the rocks that way. At least I think it was concrete. I don't know. So here, the inside holding areas, just reusing the panels and stuff we made for the grizzly bears, since it is kind of the same building. I didn't think they would make anything too different for these guys. The only thing I didn't do was put in like the electrical gates and stuff like that, since these guys aren't as dangerous as the grizzlies. I assume the keepers would be able to just go in and unlock the doors and open them up and let the animals out. And then trying to figure out how to cover up that piece of terrain that's sticking out there. And my first thing, I was just gonna use these blocks and just kind of make it an implied like storage closet. But as I went through, I decided to take those blocks all the way up through the roof and make it like a roof access to get up to the air conditioning and any type of roof repairs that need to be done. So I thought that was pretty cool. I don't think I recorded it though, so you'll have to take my word for it. I'll show it to you during the cinematics and the live walkthrough when it comes up at the end of this. And just reusing the panels on the separating areas of these stalls. Now outside, gonna build some fence to keep the guests out. These are modeled after some fences I saw online for a Dall sheep habitat. I don't remember where, but I thought the fences looked pretty cool, so I kind of did my best to replicate them. I do just use regular mesh on the inside of this little bracket thing that I'm building, but I believe in the video those are, or in the pictures online, instead of mesh they're just solid metal, but I couldn't really find anything that would fit, so I use these little mesh pieces and it still looks really good. And I just line the path with them. And then in the reference picture there was some concrete underneath them, so I just decided to keep it like that, give it a little extra support, something to lock it into place. And now working on the habitat, making some terrain adjustments here. DigitalBlob has a really good video out that he just put out recently on how to make really nice looking slopes, and just doing rock work and foliage and how he does it. And it's really good information for anyone starting out that wants to know how to make their habitats and stuff look good, make nice looking slopes. I'll put a link to his video down in the description if you haven't seen it already. He's an excellent builder, so I highly recommend checking that out. I started using some of his techniques a little bit, so I will probably start implementing them more because it's just very practical, and everything he does looks great. So building this little kind of a climbing walkway over top the door to get to the indoor enclosure, just so they would have a little something to climb on, and then raising up the wall so they don't just jump out. And then I do build another little climbing structure on the side of this habitat, just to get them a little bit closer and higher up to the guests. Just a little bit of an extra view. And this guy looks way too happy to be running with a box of sheep. I just it made me laugh, so I had to throw that in here. And here we go, building that other little climbing area for them. Had to make sure that they could actually get up there. So using the terrain map, whatever it's called, filter, to make sure that they could actually get up there. So yeah, and they go up there. I put a little scent marker up there just to make sure that they have a reason to climb. And yeah, I was hoping to get a picture of the male standing up there kind of looking out over the guests, but he wasn't cooperative. And these fences here are just the regular pre-made Planet Zoo fences, and then I use the flower bed trick, flip them over, just to give the lighter colored soil instead of the dark mulch colored stuff that the game provides. I thought this fit in a lot better with the taiga rocks and stuff like that. So throwing in a little bit of enrichment stuff for them, kind of bring them up closer to the guests. This water, first time I put it in, it said it was inaccessible. So I moved it around to a couple of different locations and it kept saying inaccessible, but they could still use it. So I stuck it back there and I watched for a while, and yeah, they could drink out of it, so I left it there in the wall. Don't know why it was saying it was inaccessible, but oh well. And then putting in all the little detail rocks. Only a few trees. I didn't want to clutter up the habitat too much, so a lot of the trees and stuff go outside the habitat just to give it that, the feel that it's highly decorated with, foliage and stuff, but everything's actually behind and outside the walls. And then I use just a few bushes and some buffalo grass just to give it a little pop of color in there. And then I believe I throw in some caribou moss as well. But yeah, all the reference pictures I saw, it was pretty much just rock for these guys. But yeah, I didn't want it to look too plain, so I threw a little bit of color in there of the plants. Most of it I tried to put where they couldn't actually walk to, so it didn't look like they would go and eat everything. And now I'm making these little boxes to protect the trees, so they're not rubbing up against them and killing the trees, so they can rub up against these little boxes instead, along with their actual enrichment rubbing tree. This one here I had to kind of extend out a little bit because the trunk was a little bit big. Yeah, I thought these looked pretty cool. Those were also in one of the pictures I saw online, so that's where I got the idea for those. And then just kind of hiding the roots and stuff with the rocks. Kind of throwing some more around that one. then throwing it on a little extra third barrier there, just using the foliage as an extra little barrier. And then these are my custom made signs inside the rock. The Dall sheep sign that I made is a little bright. I forgot to adjust the lighting on it, the color, the brightness, before I downloaded it, so I might have to go fix that or just not look at it. So we're backstage again, and I'm making just like a custom cabinet shelf area. Just using these brackets here just to kind of give it the effect that there's like a door separation right there. Put some hinges on it. And maybe this is like a little refrigerated unit, I don't know. But yeah, I wanted something with like a cabinet door. And then I just use the hangers from the conservation pack as handles. And then just kind of extend things up, and I put some shelves up there too. But before that, I hang up some of this stuff, and I make everything yellow and blue because when I'm recording this, it's actually this week has National Down Syndrome Day, which is on March 21st. And the colors for Down syndrome are yellow and blue. I have a son, my youngest boy, excuse me, my youngest boy has Down syndrome. So just a little, since I was building during Down syndrome day, I just kind of threw that in, just a little nod to him. He's the coolest little guy. He makes us laugh every day. It's so awesome. But yeah, back to the build. Just kind of throwing in some little decorations and stuff, like they were preparing some food and then got busy and ran off to go do something else, and just threw a little some extra boxes and stuff up there that they would need. And then I put these little LED lights. There's a lot of under counter or under shelf LED lights are very popular now. I have them in my house. They're awesome. They're so cool. Just a little LED strips going underneath the shelves. So up here, I just took these panels. I had this big area up here, didn't know what to do with. I didn't really need a keeper hut or anything because there's one right next door. So I thought I'd just make this a large storage area, so maybe they had these extra panels they didn't know what to do with, so they just threw them up here and they could use them as needed. And then there's a lot of storage shelves. Just threw those in. I use these plastic pieces. It's kind of I don't know, a lot of places will have these like caution lines and stuff down, so just a little something to decorate things up a little bit, just to kind of break up the monotony of it. And then I just threw a bunch of random stuff on the shelves pretty much. Oh, and I did have to download that little pallet jack off the workshop. I'll put a link to that in the description as well. Thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, the shelves here, just kind of throwing a bunch of random stuff on there. Totes and buckets and water cans on this little first section, and then just kind of load it all up. I used to work in auto parts business, so we'd have shelves and shelves of parts, so I threw all that on there. The rope coils here, I really like doing this for backstage area because I'm sure they need rope for stuff. And surfboards and canoes just because they needed a place to store them, I guess. So they put them here. All right, guys, I will let you go, and I will see you in the walkthrough. Thanks. All right, guys, we are back here for the live walkthrough. And let me get things started. There we go. All right, we're starting out here at the little rest area in front of our grizzly bear habitat. We got our bear cave right there. So we're gonna walk over this way. And you'll see I did a little more decorating. Put little bear statue up there on some rocks. And we come over here. I still have to figure out what I'm gonna put in this area. Up on that hill there, I think is where I'm gonna have like the Eurasia and Europe style animals, since it's kind of up on the mountainside a little bit. And that little broken down wind plant, I can't talk right now, English is really hard today, isn't gonna stay there. It was just something I needed just for power to figure out where my lighting was gonna go. So we come up here. I did all this planted areas and stuff off camera, just because I like to do some things like that without being pressured. Just kind of do it at my own leisure. And then I put these little conservation boards up here, which I really do have to remember to turn the brightness down on the graphics and stuff that I import. But yeah, that was that side of it. Let's go around to the other side really quick. So I put this little Dall sheep sign on this side of it. Doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, but that's okay. So here, I also built these like a cairn. I think that's what it's called when people stack rocks up and stuff for the donation bins, just to kind of hide them. I'm going to try to do that for everything too, because they're kind of hideous looking. And then I have this Adopt a Dall sheep, donate today. I thought that was pretty cool. That was actually a picture of one of the male Dall sheep that's in here. So I also have these little information boards down here. There's 4 of them along the way. But then we have our habitat. Whoa, there's a guy jumping in the back there. I thought that turned out pretty good. Lots of area for them to walk around and climb on. They've already had, I think like 4 offspring already. So they are breeding like crazy. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Guests can't get in, they can't get out. I wish they were a little bit closer, but that's what it's like in real life as well. You don't always get what you want. And let's see if it'll let me climb over. Yeah, okay. So we're just gonna walk in through here to our backstage area. And you see I got a skylight up there to help with the lighting. And then they just have their bedding in there. They get stuck in there a lot. So that's why I get a lot of protester stuff pop up. they'll go in just fine, but then they get stuck and can't get back out. So I have to go in and pull them out myself. Here we go. Like I said, I got the roof access going up. Took that all the way up through the ceiling. Got my Down syndrome equipment here. We go through our gate, and I made these little boards. These I actually did remember to turn the lighting down on. But yeah, I just made these boards so the keepers can kind of remember their names and everything, I guess. I don't know. It was just kind of bare right there. I wanted something up on the wall. Didn't know what to put, so I made that. And then yeah, we got our little storage area here with all the clutter and whatnot. And yeah, like I said, we got this doorway here. We got a staff room and the keeper hut that we have for from our grizzly habitat build. And then just outside, I still need to decorate all of the back side of this and everything, but I wanted to wait a little bit just to see what I'm gonna do as far as building back here. I don't like to do a lot of decorating and then have to tear it all down because I do something different. But yeah, that is about it for this video. Let me pull out of here. I can remember what I'm doing. There we go. I give an overview of what we got going on. So yeah, there's the overhead view of our Dall sheep habitat. Thought it came out pretty good. Not sure what's next for next week. Maybe I'll put a cougar over on this side. I don't know. I want to kind of keep with this theme for now, so I'll have to go through and see what I have to work with. And then there's that roof access that I was talking about. So I thought that was pretty neat. I keep coming back to that. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I appreciate everyone. Still don't have anyone commenting that they want to have their name sponsoring a habitat. So like I said, if you would like to have your name on a sign on one of these habitats as a sponsor, all you got to do is subscribe, like, and put your name down in the comments, and I will put you up here in the zoo. It doesn't cost you anything, just a little bit of your time. So I hope you guys enjoyed everything, and I will see you on the next one. All right, thanks. Bye.